queen. She's a straight shooter, if you know what I mean. Dishing out the truth about the royal scene with a fist of fire and a voice so keen. Hitting hard with those ultra-Brit vibes. No sugarcoating, no false alibis. Tearing down the lies she despises. Yorkshire lass with fire in her eyes. Stef don't play, she holds the line. Shouting from the rooftops across the digital vine. Harry and Meghan under her sign. Fearless and bold with a soul that shines. In a sea of fake, she's a beacon bright, unraveling the drama without a fright. Armored with honesty, ready to fight. Injustice quivers at her sight. Unbreakable will won't be confined. Mind of steel and heart redefined. Rhetoric sharp, leaving dust behind. In Stef's world, truth is intertwined. Stef don't play, she holds the line. Shouting from the rooftops across the digital vine. Harry and Meghan under her sign. Fearless and bold with a soul that shines. Will won't be confined. Mind of steel and heart redefined. Rhetoric sharp, leaving dust behind. In Stef's world, truth is intertwined. Stef don't play, she holds the line. Shouting from the rooftops across the digital vine. Harry and Meghan under her sign. Fearless and bold with a soul that shines.
Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef the Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Daily Nerd Live Friday edition for the 7th of March 2025. How has your week been? Mine started off great and has kind of tailed off into a little bit of a disaster, personally. For those that are watching on the replay, you guys should know the drill by now. Fast forward 5-10 minutes and I will have started the first topic for today's live stream. But just to give you guys a little bit of an update, firstly, if you can't hear it, I'm coming down with the cold. Like, for the past couple of hours, I have been sneezing like an absolute mofo. It has been absolutely insane. I literally have my tissue on hand. So, apologies if during this live stream, I start sneezing and pretty much unable to stop. It's a thing. It happens. I'm human. It's life. We get on with it, don't we, guys? And then the second thing is I just want to thank everyone for your kind comments for yesterday. For those that don't know, there's, well, I say there's going to be a point. There is, but at the moment, I don't know if it's going to be sooner rather than later. Screwball knows, but essentially, how do I put this? Because I don't want to essentially betray my family's privacy here, but there is essentially someone in my family that is extremely ill, has been extremely ill now for, well over a year. It is terminal. And the last 24 hours has not been great. It really, really hasn't. It hasn't been great. I've been on the phone to my mother pretty much every hour with what's been going on. And so, there may be a point where I just have to go back to Italy like that. Like, all of a sudden I get the phone call and it's like, right, it's time. Oh, we have to go to Italy. So yeah, thank you to everyone for your kind words, your compassion, your kindness, and your support yesterday when I announced that there weren't going to be any videos yesterday on this channel. First and foremost, I was dealing with all of that with the family situation. And secondly, because of the family situation, I just wasn't in the right headspace to essentially, in 3 videos, be calling Hazza and Megsy idiots. I just wasn't really in the mood for that. So yeah, thank you so much again for all your support and your kindness and your generosity and your compassion with all of this. I'm with what I'm trying to explain to you with what's going on, I'm not even scratching the surface. You guys have no idea what I've had to deal with in the background um, for well over a year when it comes to the family situation. It is, for want of a better phrase, quite horrific, especially with what's going on now with this person. But, it is what it is. And they are in the right place to get tested and get everything that they need. But I will say this, cancer's a bitch. It really, really is. To know what they were like before the cancer hit them and to see what they are like now, it's night and day. It really, really is. This thing, unfortunately, is terminal. So potentially any day. It's an absolute monster. This family member was, the strongest male, strongest male family member, when I could get my words in order. It's the strongest male family member I have had in my life. Not only mentally, but physically as well. And to see the deterioration, to see how the cancer completely zaps out mental and the physical strength is it's not like watching a Disney movie, let's put it that way. So yeah, I've been having to deal with that in the background with my family for well over a year. And again, I'm just scratching the surface. You guys don't, if you guys knew the full extent of what my family and I have had to deal with for over a year now with this, your jaw would just hit the ground. It really, really would. He was supposed to be indestructible in my eyes, but yeah, cancer doesn't give a shit. Really, really doesn't. So yeah, so I was dealing with all of that yesterday, pretty much times 100. So I was having my mum on my phone and apologies, hang on. Nose is going a little bit. Having my mum on the phone and being like, oh my goodness, we're gonna have to look at flights and find out the soonest we can fly out and all this lot, just in case. And even now, I'm on standby, you know, looking at the flights every day, seeing, the soonest that we could go if we get that call. And so, yeah, um, that's just a little bit of an insight of what I've had to deal with the past 24 hours. Um, and a little bit of an insight of what I've had to deal with now for well over a year when it comes to my family and what's been going on. I hope you appreciate I'm not going to go into too much detail because I want to, protect my family's privacy and everything. But I also want to let you guys know just a little bit of what's going on now. So you guys know if all of a sudden I'm having to leave and there's just no content whatsoever, yeah, family shit is the best thing to say to that. Okay, guys. So, with that being said, I'm seeing your live chat right now, and thank you so much again for your compassion and your kind words. I appreciate that. Let's get on to some better stuff, some fun stuff. Let's take the mick, the piss. Let's basically emphasize how much of an absolute idiot Hazard and Megzy are. Yeah? All right, let's go. So, for today's Daily Nerd Live for Friday, the 7th of March, 2025, first thing we're going to be discussing is Meghan Markle sparking an absolute firestorm of all firestorms as Drew Barrymore has been hit with backlash after her show appearance. If Megzy thought that going on the Drew Barrymore show was going to help matters, it really hasn't. And if Drew Barrymore thought that she could have Megzy on without getting unscathed, yeah, she's got another thing coming. So that's the first thing that we've got coming up. And then after that, we're then going to discuss Megzy's latest Instagram post. Has she used a fake Archie and Lilibet? It's a running theme at the moment because in the past, there have been times where Megzy has, released a picture or video or something. And, we're questioning, is this actually Archie and Lilibet? It doesn't seem that way. Seems that maybe she may have used other kids to pose as Archie and Lilibet, allegedly a pity conspiracy theory, whatever. So we're going to look at the latest Instagram post and we're going to decipher, is it a fake Archie and Lilibet that she's using? What the deuce is going on there? And then we're going to go on to the third and final story for today's live stream, which is Meghan Markle has been dumped by Mindy Kaling for mum shaming her on the show. Reports are coming in that Mindy Kaling is just not happy with Megzy and is just not friends with her anymore. Goodbye, Vienna. Shut the front door on the way out. Goodbye. So yes, that is everything that's going to be coming up in today's live show. And guys, stay tuned, okay? Because straight after this live stream, you're going to be redirected over to my second channel, Political Nerds, because at 8 o'clock UK time, which is 3 o'clock Eastern, we have got this video that is premiering, apparently now saying piece of cake in the UK is now Islamophobic. I shiz you not, you guys. This apparently is now a thing, according to a university. So, guys, stay exactly where you are because straight after this live stream, you'll be redirected over to this premiere. I'll be in the live chat of this premiere as well. So the content and the fun will continue straight after this live stream. I just want to thank everyone so far that has supported the expansion of the Altiverse and subscribed to my second channel, Political Nerds. I really do appreciate all you guys' support. For those that don't know, I actually do have a degree in international relations and security studies. And during those 3 years at university, I studied sociology, philosophy, ethics. I did 3 years of conflict resolution, international terrorism, and of course, in amongst all that, politics. So this actually is my academic wheelhouse, you guys. So if you haven't done so already, please make sure you subscribe over on Political Nerds. The link is in the description bar below, or for those that are watching live, the link is pinned right at the top of the live chat. So again, thank you so much for everyone supporting me over there. In the meantime, Again, I'm looking through your live chat right now. Thank you so much for all your support. Karina A, thank you so much for the $4.99 sugar bucks, saying prayers for your family member and your entire family. It's not easy. My heart goes out to you. Take your time. We'll be here when you come back. Thank you. Jenny Lang, my goodness, thank you so much for the $10. Saying, I'm very sorry, hun. That's very hard, sweetheart. This old lady from USA is praying that angels comfort you with sweet, loving care. Well, that's very, very kind of you. I appreciate that. We have Tammy Joe. Thank you so much for the little star coin and the $1.49 donation. And we also have Taz with my favourite, the ginger doggy farting arts moment. So if you guys don't know, this is a ginger doggy. There are tails. There are tails. Let me try that again. For those that don't know, this is a ginger doggy. There are hearts coming from the doggy. When you lift the tail from a doggy, what's directly underneath? The butthole. Therefore, this is a ginger doggy farting arts moment. You'll never be able to ever unsee it ever again. You're very welcome. Thank you so much, Taz, for cheering me up a little bit there. Eagle is Gaming. Thank you so much for the 99p donation. And oh, yeah. It's yeah. It's difficult, but there we go. Let's crack on, shall we? Let's crack on with the first story for today's live stream. Meghan Markle has sparked an absolute firestorm, a shitstorm for Drew Barrymore over her show appearance. What the deuce is going on? Well, let's get into it. And so you can see the clips. They're all throughout Twitter, you guys. And we all know that Megsy actually went on to the Drew Barrymore show. And yeah, Drew Barrymore introduced her as Meghan Sussex. It's not Meghan Sussex. It's Meghan Markle. Let's be real here, okay? It's Meghan Markle. But Drew Barrymore introduced her as Meghan Sussex. And this is the thing. This has caused a lot of backlash for Drew Barrymore. Fans troll daytime host Barrymore for obeying Megsy's backstage diva order to call her Meghan Sussex on Talk's show, as Duchess' lamest of lame cookery series makes her a laughing stock. And so this is from Radar Online. And yeah, Drew Barrymore has been absolutely trolled to death for addressing Meghan Markle as Meghan Sussex. And they're revealing that viewers actually left frustrated by Drew Barrymore for caving into Megsy's demands by referring to her as Meghan Sussex in the show's trailer. Now, a TV insider said, quote, Drew was clearly following instructions to refer to her as Meghan Sussex. She obviously felt it was a coup to her to get on the show and went along with it, even though she knew it would jar with many people watching at home. Viewers flocked to social media to voice their dismay. One user saying, oh, Drew, she's not Meghan Sussex. That's not how it works. Another adding, Drew has been markled by Meghan Markle. She'll never be called Meghan Sussex. Not for me anyway. And this is the thing, right? Her appearance going on to Drew Barrymore's show has actually backfired on Drew Barrymore, because now she's getting a lot of backlash, an absolute firestorm that Drew now has to go through. And so here you've got this Daily Mail Online article saying that the viewers are branding Drew Barrymore as clingy and say that she doesn't respect personal boundaries in interview with Meghan Markle. Now, I've seen clips from the Drew Barrymore show, right? And do you know what? I'm going to keep it 100 as I always do. That's what she's like anyway. Very clingy, very huggy, very, doesn't really understand or have any definition of personal space or anything like that. That just is how she is on her show, right? It just is. Which must be catnip for Megsy because, as we all know, Megsy loves hugs, right? But Ollie London here is kind of emphasising this, saying Drew Barrymore and Meghan Markle branded cringeworthy as they put on touchy-feely display to promote Megsy's new Netflix show. Now, Nancy Sidley from the Sidley twins, and make sure you subscribe to them here on YouTube, says, who else wants to help me go full scorched earth on Drew Barrymore? How dare she? Now, this clip, and again, you can watch it on Twitter. The reason why I'm not playing it here is to avoid getting dinged, all right? Avoid getting copyright struck. But this clip here is where Drew Barrymore shows Megsy a picture of Drew when she was a little child meeting Princess Diana. And so, yeah, Nancy, go scorched earth. Anything I can do to help? Let's do it. Let's do it. Because Nina here at NoLink29 actually responded saying, in my opinion, when you look at this clip, Meghan didn't look happy seeing the photo. I feel it was a jab at Meghan Markle that Drew actually got to meet Diana. The way she was talking about how it felt. Something old Meg will never experience. Meg sounded weird when she said, I would tell Hitch. Almost like she wanted to choke. And this is the thing, right? When you watch that particular clip, to me, I can see daggers in Megsy's eyes. Like, Megsy is jealous to the heavens and back that Drew Barrymore was able to actually meet Princess Diana in her lifetime, whereas Megsy will never ever get the chance. Unless it's by spirit. As I've reported on this channel, literally, guys, reports have come in saying that Megsy believes that she channels the spirit of Princess Diana, that Princess Diana speaks to her via psychic memes or whatever you want to call it, allegedly. Anywho, we have Murky Meg at Murky Med Podcast saying she never even met Princess Diana. This is so weird. And then kind of describes this clip as being an awkward moment when Megsy was caught off guard when Drew Barrymore surprises her with a photo of Princess Diana during an interview to plug her show. And then we go on to this reaction here, which, yeah, totally justified as far as I'm concerned. So this is Prince and Princess of Wales at Tribes Britannia saying this is what happens when you use Princess Diana for PR. So what happens? Firstly, of course, the articles come out about it being an awkward moment when Drew Barrymore showed Megsy the picture and retold the story. And wouldn't you thought it? Way up. Drew Barrymore show posted out protected. Uh-oh, she's gone underground. Why? Because this is where I kind of go around full circle here. Megsy, by appearing on a show, has caused an absolute firestorm for Drew Barrymore. Absolute backlash. The likes of which Drew Barrymore has never seen before, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, because I do not remember Drew Barrymore's show doing this at all up until now. This, to me, to my knowledge, is the first time Drew Barrymore's show on Twitter has actually locked their post down and protected them. She's definitely feeling the heat, you guys. Now, we've got Resting Dollface. Please make sure you subscribe to my good friend Resting Dollface here on YouTube for more Hazza and Megsy misadventures, videos and updates. Saying, let's be honest, Meghan Markle is referring to that one time she recorded herself reading The Bench. And so here she is referring to a clip where Megsy is talking about, her children, Lilibet and Archie, and, reading to them before bed. And when she's not around, then, Hazza kind of jumps up to the fray, that kind of thing. Now, before we continue any further, King Bob, thank you so much for the $2 sugar bucks and my favourite, the Ginger Doggy Fighting Arts moment. No matter how sad I may be feeling inside, and no matter how much my nose is bunged up and I've been sneezing like a mofo all day, this will always cheer me up. So thank you so much, King Bob. I appreciate it, mate. And Stephen Magnus, thank you so much for the £2 sugar buck, saying Meghan is releasing Series 2, ITV News stated. Yes, I've been seeing this break over the last hour, and I'm hanging fire. I am collecting information about Series 2, so stay tuned for the Daily Nerd Live Sunday edition this Sunday, because I'm getting all the information together. Series 2 is not as straightforward as you guys may think, based on what I found so far. Yeah. It's very, very interesting what's going on there. So stay tuned for this Sunday. I'm going to get all the information together and then let you guys know what you need to know about Series 2 for Meg's show. Eagle is Gaming, thank you so much for the £2 sugar bucks. And again, my favourite. Legit doggy fighting at this moment. And then Mic Drop Lisa, thank you so much for the £2 sugar bucks, saying, did you get my message stroke tweet about the age thing? Yeah, where... can't remember who it was now. The founder of Tasha turning around and saying that they were the same age or something like that when they're actually not. Yeah, I've seen that. Again, I believe Megsy's the age that they're saying that she isn't older. I've done the research, I've done the video on it, and yeah, I just think it was just a slip of the tongue. Or turning around and saying, oh, we're kind of like the same age, when she's not saying that they're the exact same age, but they're around about the same age. You know what I mean? I don't think we should be taking that comment too seriously and too literally, if that makes sense. And that's coming from me, the queen of literal. And King Bob's Queen, thank you so much for the $2 sugar bucks. And again, my favourite, the doggy fighting arts moment. I love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much. If anyone else wants to send any sugar bucks my way, you guys can do. I will get to them as and when I can whilst I'm going through the stories for today's live stream. And let's carry on with this, because here we've got Tarot by Andy and Tarot Time with Andy saying Drew Barrymore's TikTok page. Now, this is off of Reddit. She is getting an absolute backlash for having Megsy on a show. And quite rightly so as well. Here, she's so annoying. I tried to like her, not working. It's all so unreal and fake, which is why it comes across as unlikable. I really don't know what it is about this woman. Her energy is simply not genuine. It always feels like an act. Yeah. Drew Barrymore, according to the reports, thought it was an absolute coup to have Megsy on, which is why she capitulated and started calling Megsy Sussex. Actually, it wasn't a coup to have her on. It was the absolute opposite. It's toxic to have her on, because having Megsy on a show has caused an absolute firestorm for Drew Barrymore, to the point where, quite literally, she's now having to lock down her Twitter, the Drew Barrymore show Twitter, because she's been getting that much backlash for having Megsy on a show and capitulating to her, calling her Megan Sussex. Bad move. Drew Barrymore thought it was a coup to have Megsy on. She's definitely reconsidering that right now, I'm telling you. She must be. Liz McCarthy Edwards, thank you so much for gifting one leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leader, courtesy of Liz McCarthy Edwards. Appreciate your face. Thank you so much. But here we've got Brittany from Royal News Network. Please make sure you subscribe to him on YouTube. Saying the Drew Barrymore show is a bit embarrassed, I guess, about Meghan's appearance, or too scared about the reaction. You can't take the heat, then get out of the kitchen. Can't say it better myself. But, guys, going around full circle, oh my goodness. Meghan Markle has sparked such an epic firestorm for Drew Barrymore that Drew is now going through an absolute immense backlash after allowing Megsy to go on a show and calling Megsy Sussex, to the point where she's literally locking down the Drew Barrymore show Twitter. She can't take the backlash. She can't take the comments coming back at her. Drew Barrymore, according to the report, thought it was an absolute coup to have Megsy on a show, which is why she capitulated, apparently, and started calling her Megan Sussex. I bet she is reevaluating that stance now. That is for damn certain. Now, with that being said, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you yet. The second story that will be coming up shortly is, did Meghan Markle use a fake Archie and Lilibet in her latest Instagram post? We're going to get onto that very, very shortly. But for those that are watching live on the replay, If you appreciated this and you want more, and of course there's going to be more, then make sure you hit that subscribe button to join our Alter Nerd tribe, especially now because this Sunday I'm collating all the information together and essentially provide all the information you guys need to know about this newly announced series 2 for Meghan Markle's cooking show. What the absolute deuce is going on? Guys, it's not as simple as you may think. Let's put it that way. Netflix is having to do series 2 for a certain reason. I'm getting all the information together. I'm going to let you guys know everything you need to know this Sunday. So make sure you subscribe so you do not miss out on that. Like, share, comment down below in the live chat your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Before we get to the second topic for today's live stream, I'm just going to jump into the live chat, see what you guys have been saying. Let's have a gander here. Head Mod, Project Metal Music, saying methane is just pathetic. You're not going to get any arguments from me. Kate Heavenly says, Rachel, Meghan Markle will always be a Markle, never a Sussex. Totally agree. If Megsy legally changes the last name to Sussex, all right, fair enough. Until then, nope. I ain't calling her Meghan Sussex. Not a chance. Let's see. Sarge is in the chat. Hey up, Sarge. Saying, word of advice, never have a sadistic person on your show. A good piece of advice. Very, very good piece of advice. Lisa Boo, thank you so much for your continued support for the leadership for the last 31 months. Saying lots of love to you, Stef. All those Alter Nerds are hit there for you. Oh, thank you so much. It's very, very kind of you. SM, Stephen Magnus saying, I wonder who's showing Archie and Lily their bedside story tonight. Nanny, chauffeur, bodyguard, who knows? I bet it's not Megsy or Hazza though. Let's see what else you guys are saying before we start the second topic for today's live stream. Oh, Lucy Spills is in the house. Hey up, Lucy. Thank you so much for that wonderful super chat. And the smiley face. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. Guys, make sure you subscribe to Lucy Spills here on YouTube. She's part of the Alter Nerd crew. So yeah, let's support our own. Head on over, Alter Nerds Unite, and yeah. Let's completely flood her channel and get those subscriber numbers up. Couple more before we start. Grumpy Zapper, hey up, Grumpy. Was one of the Netflix producers on a yacht? Just a thought. It's a good thought. It's definitely a good thought. Interesting. Carte Blanche says, is the second season official? Yes, it is. However, it's not as simple as you think in terms of how this has all come about. Again, I'm getting all the information together and I'll give you everything that you guys need to know this Sunday, 10 o'clock UK time, 5 o'clock Eastern. Taz, thank you so much for that very generous $10 sugar bucks, saying, all hail Queen Steph, we love you. Thank you. Very, very kind of you to say that. And Liz McCarthy Edwards, thank you so much for hitting that join button and becoming our newest leader. Everyone say, hey up to our newest leader, Liz McCarthy Edwards. Appreciate your face. The leader-only stream for March will be towards the end of this month, so do stay tuned. The only time you guys actually get to call in, we get to discuss all the misadventures of Hazza and Megsy. So if you don't want to miss out on that, you guys know what you need to do. Exactly what Liz has done right here. Hit that join button. With that being said, let's crack on with the next topic. Did Meghan Markle just use a fake Archie and Lilibet in her latest Instagram post? Let's get into it right now. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef the Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and I'm recording this for the Daily Nerd Live Friday edition. So if you guys don't want to miss this live, then you can join me every Friday, 7 o'clock UK time, 2 o'clock Eastern. But with that being said, for this particular segment, I'm discussing whether Meghan Markle used a fake Archie and Lilibet in her latest Instagram post. Now, why am I asking this question in particular? It's because every time Megsy Megzy has used what is reported to be Archie or Lilibet or both, either in a video or a picture. There's actually always been questions surrounding the authenticity of whether that's actually Archie and Lilibet or not. And a lot of people are pointing out actually quite good points, really, in the grand scheme of things, as to why we should actually doubt that the children that are used by Megzy in these videos and pictures are actually the real Archie and Lilibet. I only did one, a couple of weeks ago now, when Megzy launched her As Ever website, and where she's kind of running across the greenery with the child in tow, the female child in tow. I questioned at that point, was that the real Lilibet? Because for a 3-year-old, that child was coming up to her hip and a little bit beyond. So the child seemed a little bit taller than Lilibet, didn't really have the hair that you'd expect Lilibet to have. And I go through all that. So if you want to watch it, have a look in my video library. But to kind of emphasize my point here, this is why I'm asking whether Megzy has actually used a fake Archie and Lilibet in her latest Instagram post that you can see right here. Because again, every time she's used children that are reported to be Archie and Lilibet, there have actually been legitimate questions and points raised that actually, legitimately puts doubt into people's minds as to whether the children there are actually Archie and Lilibet or not. Now, let's just quickly play this clip right now, and you guys let me know the kids seen in this little clip here. Do you think it's the real Archie and Lilibet or not? Let me know in the live chat, or if you watch on the replay, let me know in the comments down below. But let's have a little play. Now, the sound's not on because, again, for copyright purposes. But here we go. So a little glimpse of Hazza there. That reportedly is Archie. This reportedly there was Lilibet. Now, you see that girl on the left-hand side at the corner of the table, happy to show her face, but the other children, no. Oh, respect privacy, as long as it's your own family. Screw other people's families, right? Okay, so that's kind of been on repeat for a little while now, okay? And this is the thing, right? Mainstream media are assuming that the children that are shown in that clip where we don't see the faces is Archie and Lilibet. And so here we've got Harper's Bazaar turning around and saying that the Sussex kids may not have made cameos in Megzy's show with Love Meghan, but they're assuming that the children are Archie and Lilibet that are shown in that latest Instagram post that I've just shown you right now. They say, look, on the video, it shares Megzy of herself making cookies with Archie and Lilibet and some friends, and then later took those cookies to the set of the Drew Barrymore show. In one clip, Megzy is seen embracing her son and giving him a sweet kiss on the head. Megzy wore a white top and ivory pants, and Archie matched her in a white tee and black pants. All day long, you can assume that the children in this clip are Archie and Lilibet. But again, we don't see their faces, first and foremost. Secondly, the little kid, the female one that reportedly is Lilibet, she looks a little tall for a 5-year-old. Sorry, she looks a little tall for a 3-year-old. Secondly, when it comes to the female child that is reportedly Lilibet, again, we all remember Prince Hazard turning around and saying that Lilibet has the same hair as Megzy when she was Megzy's age. Well, hang on a minute. If Lilibet is supposed to have the same hair that Megzy did at that age, then I'm not being racist here, but Megzy at 3 years old had an afro. Beautiful afro, don't get me wrong. She had an afro. The child that we're seeing here that is reportedly Lilibet doesn't have that. Doesn't have that at all. So, is this a video of Archie and Lilibet or not? Now, I'm just asking for a friend here. I'm not making an outright statement of fact here. And again, I'm asking this question because every single time Megxie has used children reportedly being Archie and Lilibet, people have actually brought up good points and good questions to actually legitimately doubt that the children used in those videos and pictures are actually Archie and Lilibet in the first place. And so for me, every time Megxie does a video or a picture that's reportedly Archie and Lilibet, well, as far as I'm concerned, unless we actually see their faces, it's not confirmed. All we're doing is going on the say-so of A, mainstream media, which, wake the hell up, mainstream media, not really to be trusted that much. And B, the say-so of Megxie. And I think we all know how we feel about that. You trust Megxie as far as you could throw her? I know I couldn't. She's the freaking bed. So, guys, with that being said, those watching live, stay exactly where you are because we're going to get on to the third topic for today's live stream in a moment, which is, Meghan Markle has been dumped by Mindy Kaling for mum-shaming her on the show. Mindy Kaling reportedly is not happy with Megxie and is done with her. So if you don't want to miss that or any other future content, then do make sure whether you're watching on the replay or live that you subscribe to join our alternate tribe. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatevers. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the children used in this Instagram post here from Megxie of Archie and Lilibet are real, or do you think they're fake Archie and Lilibet? Let me know either in the comments down below or in the live chat. Again, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. But for those watching on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters. Okay, and that was the second topic for today's live stream. We're going to be starting the third in a moment. Let's see what you guys are saying. Lucy Jane Crow says, the way that woman goes through stuff, you know, there's a different nanny every 6 months or so. If the kids exist, they're not going to grow up anywhere near emotionally healthy. I hope they do. I hope they do. But I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. That is for sure. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Carol Malik says, thank you for doing an in-depth analysis for seasons 2. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, this is a thing, right? Sometimes when news breaks, like it has done now, right? Within the last hour or so, news has broke that Netflix has greenlit season 2. I won't jump on that straight away. I won't be like, oh my goodness, season 2 is being announced. What is there to talk about? Season 2 has been announced. All right. But why? Why are they doing a season 2? Why are they doing a series 2? When the ratings on this thing are down the absolute toilet bowl. It's been slated left, right, and centre. She's getting 1 out of 5 stars in terms of the critics and whatnot. Rotten Tomatoes has absolutely pummeled it, as has IMDb as well. Yeah, she appeared on the top 10 of the Netflix charts. We'll give her a due for like a day. Pretty much dropped out now, apparently. Why is she getting a series 2? Especially when the Netflix contract is going to be coming up for renewal end of this year, and everyone, including myself, are expecting Netflix to tell her to piss off. And has her as well. So why are they doing a season 2? What the deuce is really going on? And that's what I'm getting to the bottom of, guys. And so this is why I'm not gonna be reporting on series 2 right now. I'm gonna do my homework and I'm gonna let you know exactly what I find this Sunday, 10 o'clock UK time, 5 o'clock Eastern. But yeah, it just gives you a little bit of a insight into sometimes when news breaks, if you see that I don't report on it straight away, it's probably the reason why, most probably, is because I want to get more information first before I report on it. Because when I heard that Megxie was getting a season 2, just something wasn't right with that picture. And I've already gone through a little bit into it and got some information, and yeah, it's spooky, guys. It's spooky. So stay tuned for Sunday, you guys, for that one. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Lucy Jane Cruz says she never calls them by name for plausible deniability if it's ever proven not them. That's actually a good point. That's a very, very, very good point. Lucy Spills, thank you again for another 99p sugar bucks. And yeah, barf. I know. I wouldn't want to eat Megxie's cookies. No way. Wouldn't trust her as far as I could throw her. Not a chance. Nana Butler says, Steph, both you and Lady C got sick watching the Meghan's fiasco. Yeah, let's blame it on having to watch that monstrosity, for want of a better phrase. For those that don't know, on Tuesday I did a live stream. I was on live for about 4 or 5 hours watching every single episode from the beginning to the end. You guys got my instant reactions, first time reactions, commentary, the whole lot. Oh, by the end of it, I was absolutely that knackered. I was like, I'm not cooking. I'm getting a Domino's pizza. And I did. And I elevated it by putting it in my gob. Because I ain't going to be sprinkling flowers on a pizza. Get bent in sprinkling flowers. No wonder she was sprinkling flowers on everything. She's freaking selling it on her website when it's all released, whatever that may be. Who the frick knows at this point? And Lucy Spills. Again, thank you so much for another £2 sugar bucks this time, saying, put a few comments, wish I could give more. Oh, don't be silly. No. Anyone that even says, oh, I wish I could give you more, or I wish I could give you something, but I can't. No. I'm just really grateful that A, you're here, and really grateful that B, you even consider being able to actually send some sugar bucks my way, let alone actually do it. So no, I'm just grateful for anything you are able to send me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, let's crack on with the final story for today's live stream. And not all is well between Megxie and Mindy, because apparently Mindy has dumped Megxie for mum shaming her on her show. Their friendship is well and truly over, if you believe reports. Let's crack on with it, shall we? Hey up everyone, it's me, Steph, the Alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. I'm filming this live for the Daily Nerd Friday edition. If you want to catch that, you can do every Friday, 7 o'clock UK time, 2 o'clock Eastern. And in this segment, I'm discussing that reports are coming through that Meghan Markle has actually been dumped by Mindy Kaling, that their friendship is now donezo. It is over. Why? Well, apparently Mindy Kaling was not happy that Megxie mum shamed her on her show. What the deuce is going on? Well, let's crack on with it, shall we? So here we've got Royally Sage at Sage1411. Do make sure you follow them because they share the best blind items as far as I'm concerned. Royally Sage saying, did Rachel mum shame Mindy? Not surprised if true, because she dissed Katy Perry for only having one kid. I didn't know that. Now, here is a blind item. Now, because it's a blind item, of course, treat it with a pinch of salt. do your own research, come to your own conclusions. It's all opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever as ever. And so here, this blind item is from Secondhand Coke, and they say the following, quote, "Let me go back in and clarify it, but Mindy was pissed with her by the end. After getting lectured about Meghan's last name, trying to establish what they have in common, only to have Meghan tell her to get back to the kids. She also was constantly mum-shamed by Meghan for not throwing her own parties for her kids. Mindy kept saying she has a lady that does that. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, part of my criticism when I was watching the whole thing on Tuesday live, by the way, on this channel, so if you've not caught it, do so at your own peril, mind you, is I'm there thinking, this is all unrealistic. Who has the time to do any of the stuff that Megzy says you need to do to be like the best hostess with the mostess in the whole wide world? I know I don't, that's for sure. I'd be like Mindy Kaling. If I had the money, I'd hire someone else to do it for me, because I work. And as Secondhand Coke is saying here, Mindy actually works, unlike Megzy. And Mindy is a single mum. By the end, I heard Mindy is not going to be on Meghan's friend roster any longer. And this actually tracks, in my opinion, conspiracy theory or whatever. Why? Because Mindy appeared on The View. And this is what Mindy had to say. Now, just as a disclaimer, I'm playing this clip for fair use purposes. I'm providing commentary. So YouTube Human Reviewer and anyone that wants to try and copyright strike me on this or claim it, fair use, bitches. Let's go.
Yeah, how much you're behind the scenes because you're producing so much. It's amazing. But I was also excited to see you on the screen. You were on Meghan Markle show with Love Meghan. What was that experience like?
So Mindy is now going to tell you her experience for being on Meg's show, right? Very interesting what she says here. Let's go.
You know, I had a great time. I noticed that whenever I do anything related to Meghan, it becomes like
big news.
Big news. Big news. And selfishly.
So she actually avoids answering the question. She doesn't go into what it was like being on Meg's show. She avoids it by saying, anything I do that's related to Megzy becomes big news. You see where I'm coming from here, guys? It's a little bit of amateur linguistic analysis here, all right? And if you want more, then make sure you actually subscribe to On Political Nerds, because I do a lot of amateur linguistic analysis there. But going actually back to this particular clip here, again, what's very interesting is what she doesn't say, which is actually answer the question, what was it like actually being on Meg's show? The first thing she says isn't what it was like to be on the show. It was, anything I do, it always becomes headline news when it's anything to do with Megzy. Well, no shiz, Sherlock.
You guys were just making cute little...
We were making sandwiches. And, you know, then they'll push in on my face on TikTok and they'll be...
Okay, so now she's going factually into what's happened. They made sandwiches, okay. That still doesn't answer what it was like to work with her. Now she's going on to TikTok and how social media have reacted to her being on the show. Again, that doesn't answer what she thought, what her experience was being on the show.
Be like, look at how this emotion you felt. And I honestly didn't even remember it because we shot it like...
If that moment was like the most glamorous thing ever, then at the end of the day, wouldn't it be that she would remember what happened and her experience? Because by her own words, it was the most glamorous thing ever to be there.
I'm also like, let her promote her show. I'm here talking about running. Yes, of course. It was great.
Now that was a very telling comment, right? Mindy Kaling turning around and saying, let her promote her show. In other words, Megzy can promote her own damn show. I ain't going to help her. I'm not going to be talking about her show. Megzy can promote her own damn show. That's the vibe that I'm getting from that. So here, She, as far as I'm concerned, totally avoids answering the actual question, which is, what was your experience actually being on the show? That, to me, jives with this blind item here. The state of Megzy and Mindy's friendship, which is now down the toilet drain, if you're to believe this blind item. Because if Mindy was still friends with Megzy, then answering this question would have been an absolute doddle. What was your experience being on a show? Oh, it was amazing. The most glamorous thing ever to, again, repeat what she said on the show, right? It was the most glamorous thing ever. It was awesome, blah, 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 blah. She don't say any of that. She don't. She avoids the question. She avoids actually answering it. And so here, you know, the evidence keeps piling on that Mindy Kaling has dumped Megzy, that their friendship is over. It is donezo. Here we've got this article from Radar Online saying Meghan Markle slammed after being unbelievably rude to Mindy Kaling on her Netflix series over the title. And so, you know, they talk about Jack in the Box. Mindy saying, I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box and loves it. We all know now that Megzy corrects Mindy Kaling in terms of her last name. Viewers took to social media to slam Megzy on, you know, being rude to Mindy Kaling during that show. Fans of Mindy Kaling are definitely not happy, thanks to the Prince at freedom_007_ for sharing a few snapshots of Mindy Kaling's fans just not being happy with Megzy whatsoever. You know, saying Mindy was trying to make her relatable, but she messed it up by being pretentious. I wouldn't have called my friend out over there. Geriatric Mummy says it's giving not real friends. M says, LOL, it's giving The Office with the awkward face and zooming in camera. Scarlet Witch, I'm so relatable, I eat fast food. Wait, did you just not say my royal title? Our little family name is a laugh. So fans of Mindy Kaling are jumping to her rescue. And so this all going around full circle, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, supports this blind item, where this blind item's turning around and essentially saying Mindy Kaling has had enough, did not like that she was mum-shamed on the show, that Megzy called her out in terms of her last name. So Mindy Kaling is done. Mindy Kaling has seen Megzy for the toxic cowbag that she is. She's done. She's dumped their friendship. She's moving on. She don't want anything to do with her whatsoever. And by avoiding the question and not actually answering it, by giving information as to what it was like, her experience being on the show, then you have this. Then you have the reactions from Mindy Kaling's fans. Do you believe Megzy and Mindy are still friends? Because in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, I would not be surprised if Mindy dumped her backside. With that being said, those watching on the live, stay exactly where you are. But on your way out, if you're watching live or on the replay, please make sure you subscribe to join our Alternate Tribe. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatevers. Do you think Mindy Kaling has now dumped Megzy and is not friends with her anymore after Megzy's appalling behaviour towards Mindy on her show? What do you guys think? Let me know either in the live chat or in the comments down below. Again, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. But for those watching on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. Until the next time, you guys, laters. Okay, and that is it for the third and final topic for today's live stream. And yes, guys, my premiere video over on Political Nerds is just about to start. Saying piece of cake is now Islamophobic in the UK, guys. You will not believe it. But, oh yeah, it is. Not only Islamophobic, but offensive, essentially, to those that are not great with speaking English in the UK. Oh, yeah. I break it all down in this video that's just about to start in the next... Oh, let me have a look here. Yeah. Oh, is it? Hang on. There we go. In the next minute. So with that being said, everyone stay exactly where you are because you are going to be redirected to that particular premiere. And I'm going to be in the live chat, so the fun will continue over on Political Nerds. I want to say thank you to absolutely everyone that's joined me for today's live stream, that's commented in the live chat or in the comments down below, that's liked this stream, that's subscribed, that's joined as a member, or has been kind and generous enough to send some sugar bucks my way. And thank you so much for all your generous comments and your kindness and your compassion at the beginning of this live stream and yesterday when there was no content. Thank you so much for all of that and your absolute understanding. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend wherever you are in the world. I will see you this Sunday, 10 o'clock UK time, 5 o'clock Eastern. I'm going to give you guys everything you need to know about Series 2 for Meg's show. It's not what it looks like, guys. So I'm going to give you all that information this Sunday. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you over on Political Nerds. Until the next time, you guys. Laters.